Hello, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 27 of Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time, we were doing some more investigating. We were talking to you about what you knew about the Yggdrasil, and I accidentally pressed the A button. Well, basically, I was moving my controller. So, yeah, I accidentally went forward one thing. But don't worry. That's all it was. We were going to be going here anyways. I should move forward and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Okay, let's get a move on. Oh, let's speak to the officer right here. Whoa! This thing is so incredibly detailed! My inner modeling family is impressed! I'm not exactly a fan of plastic models per se, but even I can sense the superb quality of this model. I simply cannot comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle. Oh, I see. You're a disciple of my father, so you would do well to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things. Yes, perhaps I should take up whipping people like that young lady over there. Like this young lady over here. Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, it's you, pal! You're here! Yo!
As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that.
I didn't do it, pal! I swear my honor as a detective, I really didn't!
Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you.
I'm a heart, pal!
But you're unworried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about, if you really are innocent, that is.
That's right! Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation. Get the real killer for me, will ya?
I would have done so, even had you not requested me to, detective. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry?
I just asked Detective Pat the same thing myself, pal! Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as detective, I reported in at my usual post at the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really late! And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the exact same thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. Same here, that's me every time I have a new transition. How pathetic for the detective to be compared to a mere schoolchild. Don't let Franziska know about that mere schoolchild comment. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to the defense, to not be number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from who?
Earlier around 3:20 and from Detective Bad, pal. Day trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ow! Your words sting worse than your whips, pal.
So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nope, not a thing, pal.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Ah! Wait! You can't do that!
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and my badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so you know.
And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket?
Ah! It's a bell!
Just show it to us already!
Yo!
Annual bonus check within. $5 total, except there's no check inside. This is Gumshoe's life! $5!
You've had your look! Now give it back, pal! It's my first bonus as a brand new detective! I just got it cashed it today! I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back!
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
Oh, good you!
This is Gumshoe's sad life. $5 bonus, and Edgeworth cut that even further. Gumshoe gets like a penny bonus. He gets a nice he gets a soft stare instead of a glare. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I need to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. I'm sorry I asked that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe.
Understood. But please make it brief, sir.
I want to hear from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about where the crime occurred is true. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yup, not even a single ant passed through the hall while I was on duty.
You do realize that the lie you were telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Huh? Oh, but it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine.
So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie, but why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant's lobby is in order.
Little Kay, creep me up! Little Kay! You! No! Kay just kicking Edgeworth down!
How could you not have noticed that coming? Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? I thought we had something special!
Thanks! That's exactly what I needed!
Kids can sometimes be so cruel! It looks like she dropped something! Yeah, which actually makes that lie about Kay, that Kay said back and kidnapped her about her just kicking people, just hit all the more home. Maybe we should arrest that girl! She might turn out to be a valuable lead! I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt with the next time we meet her. I believe I've asked all that I need to of this man. Now for Detective Ban and the judge. We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway of lobby number 2 next then. I suppose so. Shall we head out over, Franziska? Yeah, but little Kay. Actually, I think Franziska has a line about the sweet roll. The Swiss roll. I thought Franziska had a Swiss roll comment. That I think it may actually be the vending machine. September 10th, District Court hallway. So, did you see anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation.
Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law.
That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions.
Anytime, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right?
My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Mr. Von Karma. Ugh! I bit my tongue.
Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title.
Oh, very well then. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony.
Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw.
Alright, after all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law.
I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, first things I will need you to do is figure out the detective's exact movements. Yeah, Franziska and Edgeworth have some good dialogue with the vending machine. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk in court with these beef jerks. 1 pack for $9. Defendant's French milk. 1 half pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. for $6. They're awfully overpriced.
The lineup is simply awful, period.
Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll that little girl dropped is from this machine.
I was wondering about that myself.
Anyways, check the hot dogs. This is actually a really good one.
What? When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. It looks like the slogan was decided through a public contest, and the winner was Prosecutor Winston Fade.
The only thing Winston has won in this series. That wasn't that, with the exception of that fake trial that basically Furio was holding. What a pathetic slogan. No person at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Cutter's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs. Overruled. Like I said, it's beautiful. Just Edgeworth and Franziska, they just have such good chemistry as siblings.
Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun?
Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up.
You're acting so
foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and now I am utterly famished.
If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person.
Ham sandwich.
Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you.
It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day.
Anyone can outmaneuver the judge. Children can outmaneuver the judge.
When it's looking bad, blind your opponent with an OJ.
Are they promoting violence? Well, by keeping Franziska on as a prosecutor, they are. Don't worry, my whip will make sure anyone following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad.
Defendant. Oh, this one I think is also pretty good.
Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is this supposed to mean, anyways?
I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now.
No, I think it might mean that it was milked right here from the various defendants.
Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious.
Of course not.
Stay neutral to Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what?
Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess.
You can eat during a trial, so I suppose that's the only time you can eat them now. Them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all.
We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me.
If you want, I can pool our money together and buy a pack together.
If I had to split with you, then I don't want it. Literally. It's just wonderful. Yeah, I love how this is just purely for checking it.
Okay, let me just check my logic.
It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Did you find something, officer?
I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more. Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here.
Okay.
Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer?
Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. I guess we already know all the players in this case then, huh?
It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that's what we're what we're missing is hiding right here in the crime scene somewhere.
He's making a most ridiculous looking face.
That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose, but to a Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight.
Of course, at this rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime.
If you can already tell from a distance, then why do you waste your time examining it?
Franziska, let's try not to rush absolute genius.
Okay. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. It's a condom! I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a pile of garbage. But you know, the fact that there's a litter running loose out of this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable. Ark! It's not like it was I who littered. Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. I can look outside. However, I doubt the killer could have escaped through here. Of course not. This is the 3rd floor after all. It appears that bars were installed on this to prevent people from falling out. Bars? What bars? Can you not see them from your vantage point? Yeah, just Edgeworth calling Franziska short. What? I must remember not to bring up that taboo subject again. Don't call Franziska short. Or she will end you. Okay. Ants. The ants are hard work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karman name and not be squashed under it, you'd better work extra hard just like these ants. The same goes for you, Franziska. Cactus. What's the matter? I pricked myself on one of the cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyways, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus thing on this windowsill is completely related. Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how this is related. Oh, we can use the Y button. What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Ooh, that detective! He claims that not a single ant slipped by him! And yet, here there's a whole hill of them! What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective! Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's throwing tab of pay cuts! I love how Edgeworth, he's planning out Gumshoe's pay cuts! Anyways, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth! The courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times! No! It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground! The courthouse must be kept clean! No! Like I said, I just love Edgeworth and Franziska's interactions. They're just wonderful. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought. I'm sorry. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame! Calm down, Franziska. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints off the person who saw the bench. I see, and then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes sir. I've got the results of the fingerprints analysis, sir. And do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingers belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Anyways, we can now use logic. First off, windowsill cactus. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a very different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a pop balloon. I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. And finally this. These bits of chocolate cake. Could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courier sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there. Now, the vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally, after all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gavin was sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. How could he not clean up after himself? How utterly despicable! Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place! Anyways, if it was indeed Detective Gavin who bought this Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. There's the fact that you're probably being able to connect the dots about what exactly happened. Okay, anyways. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder?
Do you suspect me of something?
No, nothing at all, Your Honor.
Very well, you may continue with your testimony.
Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony.
I'm beginning to suspect I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Only for Edgeworth to be pretty much in this to have all of his trials exclusively run by this judge. Except 2. Today's trial may have ended abruptly, but we will meet again.
I'm looking forward to that day, Mr. Edgeworth.
When I become a prosecutor, you might even see me in your courtroom a few times. I hope you'll treat me with even greater respect than now.
I only ask that you please do not bring a whip into my courtroom.
Too late, I will. But really, why does everyone think that Franziska's riding crop is a whip? It's a riding crop. A riding crop and a whip are 2 very different things. Like a stepladder and a ladder. Are we gonna have to start a new thing? Riding crop versus whip? I'm afraid that issue is not for negotiation. As long as her whip can't reach his seat, I'm sure his honor will be safe. I think it reaches his seat. It reaches the seat all the time.
Let me see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of the hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. When I was going into the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, it was not a soul in the hallway anymore.
Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me more rationally.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what my finally honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murder occurred, I just sort of brushed it off.
Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. The restroom window, huh? I wonder if you can really see the men's bathroom window from that one there. You can. I'm looking at it right now. I demand that you show me the view at once. Oh my gosh, I could just imagine Edgeworth picking Franziska up like a small child, only for her just to lash him right in the face. I suspect that her height is what's limiting her ability to see. That's probably all I'm going to find out from his honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, your honor.
Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly. I don't like it, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, it's if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. In our favor, of course. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. So I hear you are the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday, that guy was just accused, you know. I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective instinct told me. A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Franziska, I think you need to apologize. Apologize? What is that, Miles Edgeworth? What does that word mean? I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over, and that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel off into lobby 2 to have a word or something, and that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So that what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. But really, Bad theme sounds like a combination of like a rocker, Advanced Wars theme, and Yoshi's Island. I like Yoshi's Island. It's a happy game. Bad being a big Yoshi Island fan. And about what time did all this take place? Let's see. I think it was around 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. Oh, and how can you make such a claim? One of the guards out on this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone to lobby number 2, just as I suspected. You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm missing some key piece of information. We'll get through the rest of Bad's conversation here, and then we'll end things off. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah, I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's when I came running towards defendant lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. Where were you? What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who was just walking around in the hall, and raced into the lobby number 2, and that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon! You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else! You wave that thing around anymore? Bad dodged the riding crop! Bad is the first person to dodge the assault of Franziska. And I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. Oh please, like Bad would arrest Manfred's daughter. I think knowing Manfred, he wouldn't care. He'd let Franziska go, Papa, help me, I've been arrested. Don't worry, Franziska, I'll convict you perfectly in 3 minutes. I couldn't imagine for Manfred doing that. Franziska ends up in court, he'll prosecute her down, he'll take her down. He'll send her off to jail. You wouldn't dare. And I'll have your father prosecute it. Haha, just joking. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Franziska behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? We heard that. Situation. I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add. Well, this testimony certainly corroborates with what Miss Yu said. Miles, you already asked him about that, remember? I suppose I should ask about something else. Is there anything else? I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot.
It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again. I think he was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding, but I got the sense he wasn't going to show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang, the sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums.
So you heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh?
Are we done here?
Well, we're done with this episode. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around and watched this episode. You're a great viewer. If you come back for the next one, if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you later. Bye.